Okay, here I am with another rant. How come, I'm pretty sure I already ranted about this, I don't know, but why is it that anyone that has like an iPhone or a MacBook Pro, anyone else labels them as an Apple fanboy? So what? I have a Mac. I have an iPhone. Do I have an iPod? No. I think iPods are stupid. I have an MP3 player. I like the iPhone better than I like Android. I like it better than a not smartphone. I love it way better than a Windows 7 phone because those phones suck in my opinion. But doesn't mean I'm an Apple fanboy. I'm basically, I just don't get it. I have a Mac, yes. I like the operating system better on a Mac than I like Windows operating system. You can't use Final Cut Pro on PCs. I like Final Cut Pro. It's my editing software that got I've learned how to edit on. Boom. If I want to even go on a Windows computer, I can download Windows on my Mac. You can't download iOS Mountain Lion on a PC. So boom. If I ever want to use it, I can just download it on my computer, have it. I would never get an iPad, I would never get iPods or those stupid things like the Apple accessories. I don't do that. I would never get the Apple version of it anyway. It's overpriced, obviously. Another thing is, people that are into Windows and stuff, they are way more fanboy to Windows and stuff. They're like, Windows, you can customize, you can do all this great stuff. Windows is so much better than Mac, so I'm just going to get all my Windows stuff and then just talk about how great Windows is compared to Mac. Whenever anyone compares to me, I just automatically agree that they're right, just so I don't do it, but they're like, my Windows computer has this much so-and-so, you blah 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 has that, only it's not as good and you paid so much more money for it. First of all, I got my computer on sale, I got it refurbished, didn't pay that much for it. I'm lazy and I like to do torrents and software stuff and watch movies that are still in theaters. When you do that stuff on a PC, you get viruses. I don't like viruses. I don't feel like I'm lazy. Like I just said, I don't want to go through a bunch of stuff to have to watch it. I like being able to watch it. If I get a virus format thing, it just won't work. So that way, boom, that I can do. And then they're talking about like their specs and how great theirs is and how they can make it themselves. I like laptops also. Yes, you can build a PC cheaper than a Mac. Great, I don't want a PC like tower. I like portability. I like being able to do that. And then talking about gaming, I don't game as it is. I have an Xbox. I've used it like 4 times. I'm not into video games. I'm into editing software, music software things like Soundtrack Pro, Final Cut Pro, Final Cut Express, same thing, only it's not. Depends on what computer I have it on. Adobe After Effects. You can use it on a PC and you can use it on a Mac. Boom. The only thing you can't use is Sony, what's it called? Vegas. Sony Vegas. Which I could if I download Windows on it, and then I would have to download it on the Windows version of it, but I don't want to go to all that trouble. And also how, okay, I keep getting off topic, but people just compare everything that they have better to Mac. I'm like, that's great for you. I don't care. I could tell you all the great things about my computer to justify it, but really don't care. I don't do that to people. But it seems like every single Windows person that's like into it and like hate fanboys are a Windows fanboy. They just talk about how much better their version of whatever they have is better than it is. Like my PC, I have quad core VGAs, shit. I'm just making shit up at this point. And how their Windows Phone is like better platformed in the operating sugar stuff. Like, no, it's stupid. Live tiles, waste battery, all that shit is just not good. The specs aren't even as good as an iPhone. And I know someone that even has an iPhone, but yet they still say that the Windows 7 phone is better. I'm sorry, I'm watching John Stamos make out with an old lady on the Bob Saget roast, and it's really disturbing me. Okay, so anyway, back to, I know someone that has an iPhone, and still says that the Windows phone's better. I'm like, why don't you just get it? It's like, because I'm so used to the iPhone that why would I change over? I was like, because you keep going on about how great it is. And I just thought that was stupid. And then this Windows Surface thing, people like saying how great it is already, even though it's not even close to coming out. And if you saw the keynote, the guy messed up so many times already on it to show that it's going to be glitchy, and if it's not, it's going to come out in forever. And that thing's going to be way overpriced. They're saying it's going to be over $1,000 for a tablet. For a tablet. And they say how Apple's overpriced. Like, I saw someone say, like, this is not, like, if it was Apple made, it would have been more expensive, something and something. And do they not realize that an iPad's already out and it's only $400? It's not the $1,000 range. That's just ridiculous for a tablet. No one's gonna pay $1,000 for a tablet, no matter how powerful it is. They'll get a laptop, much cheaper, and it works as a laptop. You don't want a tablet to work like a laptop because it's still a tablet. The whole point of a tablet is having a tablet. If you want a laptop, you get a laptop. You don't try to make a tablet laptop. There's no point in it. And if you do, because $1,000, that's like getting a Mac. Like, that's just like getting a Mac. In $1,000 range, you can get a MacBook Air refurbished for like $800. And no, you rather go get a Surface? No, like, all this shit doesn't make sense to me. How people are just so stupid and saying like, oh yeah, someone like, today I was watching CTFXC. It's just Charles Trippy and Ali Trippy. Used to be Ali Speed, then they got married, blah blah blah. And Charles always talks about how like nerdy he is, because he's into like stuff. And this girl's like, you're not a nerd, you're just an Apple fanboy. What does that even mean? Like, you can still be nerdy and just be Apple nerdy. First of all, I don't think anyone wants to brag about being a nerd, but he's just saying how he's into like computers and Apple stuff. He's still a nerd, obviously. He could be an Apple fanboy, but still, I don't get why you have to like. Oh my god. I just don't get it. Oh, and another thing, how people are like, I don't like the iPhone, it's not that customizable, it's not blah blah blah, you can't do this with it. I guarantee you, the iPhone is one of the most customizable phones ever. Maybe not the way Apple intended on it to be, but if you want it to be more customizable, guess what? You can jailbreak it. When you jailbreak, you can basically do anything you want on it. Boom. More customizable. It's not illegal, you're allowed to do it, it doesn't make the phone any worse. It just, boom. Wish granted, you can have it however you want it to be. And another thing is, how many other phones can you take apart, buy new things for it, like basically like redo it, like, where's, is it in here? Hold up. Where'd it go? But basically, because I have my sister's old iPhone that broke, and I was just toying around with it, and I took the back glass off. Oh, here it is. See, with an iPhone, it shatters. Guess what you can do with it? You can take the back off, change the battery, get a new battery. You can do that with every phone. People say you can't do it with iPhones. Guess what? You can. You can also change the back plate go on Amazon, get basically any color you want. You can have a mirror, you can have clear anything for like $5. You can take the band off. You can get that a different color. You can change the screen. So maybe Apple doesn't intend you on doing that, but still, it's more customizable than, let's say, like a Galaxy S. You can't do all that stuff with it. You can't change the color of it if you wanted to, like of the original like design and stuff. And it's cheap. You can do all of this stuff with an iPhone. Boom, there you go. I don't get. People are just so stupid. And that's coming from me, and I'm a very stupid person as it is. Yeah, that's just about it, my ramble. I just don't get. And if people watch my videos, I guarantee you people will be commenting like, "You're so stupid, you don't know the facts about how great my PC is and how cheaply I bought it." Still, it's a PC. I would get a virus on it in no time. And I know that for a fact because I got a virus on my old Mac. On this. I got a virus on my old computer. Oop. So, if you can get a virus on a Mac, you can get a virus on anything. Well, I can. That just shows how lazy I am and just don't care and check. That just virus protection stuff. I wouldn't pay attention to that stuff. I would get a virus on it and break it in 2 seconds. I don't want to take care of it. I don't want to deal with the self crap that comes installed with your HP or whatever. Ugh. I like Mac computers. I like the iPhone. Anything else Apple makes, I don't really care about. Like, iPod Zune? Go for the Zune, why not? Cheaper, holds music, listen to it. Apple TV, Google TV. Google TV, much cooler. Does the exact same thing, plus more. iCloud, Google Cloud, or whatever it's called. Google Cloud, way better, basically. Oh, and iTunes. iTunes is much better than any other. I don't even know any other things like iTunes that plays music like that and stuff. That's just about my rant. I'm done.